Welcome to the Press Row Show, the number one rated pregame intermission postgame show this side of the Mississippi, south of the Arctic Circle, north of the equator, and west of... Where do you want to go tonight? West of the Baltic Sea.
There you go.
We are live. It is game 82. And believe it or not, tonight's game, rather inconsequential for the postseason, but it's a big night for a couple of guys in the lineup tonight, including young Oliver Bonk making his NHL debut.
Hunter McDonald also making his NHL debut.
We'll dive into all of that and more in a little bit, but we brought a special guest on for pregame, a guy who, listen, when there were doubters, and I count myself as a doubter at points this season, I think Ant would too, there's one guy who bought in and believed the entire time. Dan Hilferty's here. Dan, thanks for joining us pregame.
Hey guys, it's good to be with you.
And you literally, let's be honest, like even when things looked at its bleakest, you were still a believer, weren't you?
Well, Ant, from my perspective, I was a believer, but I didn't know that it would lead to this.
Right.
I bought into the whole idea that we were going to take our time, we were going to draft, we weren't going to make any rash decisions, either to trade or not trade, and I believed in that. For this to come to the point it is today is a bit of a surprise for me.
Really?
Yeah. Look, a pleasant surprise.
Right.
And it's for the right reasons. This group of players, these coaches, Danny and Jonesy, they just have done a remarkable job of building the culture that I had hoped to build.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm with you on that, certainly on that part. But I mean, I'll take you back, and I think it was in February. I want to say it was in February.
Yeah.
You guys put the letter out, and in your letter, you're like in our pursuit of the playoffs. And I remember thinking at the time,
yeah,
you're risking it. You're getting a little risky saying that, right? Like, I mean, like
they were also they were coming off a rough stretch too,
right,
in January.
Yeah. And I was thinking, like, okay, I mean, I hope it works, but I felt like that was a little risky thing to do. Well, damn, it turns out you were right.
Well, but no, let's have an.
I mean, even if you didn't make it,
let's have an honest conversation.
Yeah.
About it. I felt very comfortable saying that because of what I said earlier. We had a multi-year plan in place.
Yeah.
Those guys were executing it. So I was like, yeah, we're headed in the right direction. The playoff word may be a stretch, but at the same time, you think about it, if Forrester doesn't get hurt early in the year,
sure,
we have a legitimate chance.
If Dan Vladar doesn't get hurt,
Vladar doesn't get hurt.
2 weeks, right?
And then just think after the Anaheim game,
right?
A couple guys go out.
Right, Drysdale concussion.
Drysdale goes out.
Bobby Brink, when you had him, had a concussion, right?
Yeah. So, but look, I'm trying to lay it on the line here. I believe in the time frame that we had laid out. I believe in these leaders, and now to have this come, I'm really proud of them. Happy for them, and I'm really happy for the city and the region of Flyer fans
Agreed.
that are coming out of the woodwork again, and it's a good thing.
Yeah, and I wrote that today. I said
you did. It was
like, hockey matters again in Philadelphia, and that's it's the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Right. And that's the thing that regardless of what your outcome is from this point forward, right? Regardless, the fact that everybody's talking about the team right now, that's the best thing for the city.
Can I tell you a funny story about that? So we're up in Jersey.
Yeah.
Last game, we needed that game. We played, I thought, exceptionally well. The Devils maybe were ready to pack it in, but we win the game. I'm walking out to get on the bus to go back. 3 Flyers fans stop me. You're Mr. Hilferty. And I said, oh, call me Dan, call me Dan.
Yeah.
Can we get a picture with you? The timing could not have been better. Mark Recchi is walking by the scene. The one guy says, is that Mark Recchi? And I said, yes. They dropped me. And they said, Mark, can we get a photo with you?
Oh, that's
so
tremendous.
my whole point is that, my gosh, people are excited about where this thing's headed. So.
That's great.
It's funny. Last night, we're getting excited. Like we're kind of feeding in. The fans are feeding in. The energy's there. And I have to tell you, it was last night. It was when the game was done, right? There was that elation, and it was that feeling of like a deep breath. It's been almost 8 years since there's been playoff hockey in this building in front of fans. You start seeing people putting out things online, and even this morning. There was somebody I retweeted this morning. I talked about it on my show. They brought a picture of their cousin, I think it was, who passed away from esophageal cancer, right? And said they were a huge Flyers fan. and they passed away in December. This person takes a picture last night with clinched on the board in the background, the picture of their relative in their hand, and said, you have no idea how that felt, and said like it felt like he was in the building with that person. We got DMs last night to the Snow Goalie account. I'm sure Ant got them. I got them. Of people saying there was a guy who came here, drove here from Gettysburg at the beginning of the year, and he said he was putting his little boy to bed last night, and he was like, Dad, can we win the Stanley Cup? He said, well, like, listen, it's going to be hard, all right? So, like, maybe set the expectations a little bit different. Can definitely be Pittsburgh. And he said, you know what, Dad? It doesn't even matter. We did it. We got in.
Yeah.
It's like that kind of thing where you're like, 8 years is a long time. You know, there's an entire generation of fans who haven't gotten to experience what we all kind of took for granted, a lot of really good playoff years. And to see it finally hit and see that relief.
So, Russ, all I can say is that really gives me chills. And I got the same chills. I didn't hear JJ's call until this morning. Okay. I did another interview and they play it. I got chills because it reminded me of all those years. And it also made me think of, we just celebrated the 10th anniversary of Ed Snyder's passing. And I couldn't help but think last night that maybe somewhere, whatever we believe, somewhere out in the universe, he had a little smile on his face.
Absolutely.
And look, we are who we are. We're Philadelphia born and bred. I said this consistently. Culture is an overused term. I believe in culture. I believe if you build a culture where people maximize their individual potentials for a common cause, great things happen. And I believe we've got this culture in place to build a sustainable position as a competitor for Stanley Cup. I believe it.
I kind of agree with you, Dan, and I think that you guys are on your way there. I got to ask you though.
Fire away.
What was it like yesterday for you? So take me through your day.
Okay.
And I want to know from the beginning where, I know the anticipation's there, right? And then all the way through the euphoria of winning, and then at the end of the night, having the players give you the Bernie mask.
Well, so first of all, I'd like to tell you I was just calm, cool, and collected. I couldn't sit still. I woke up early. I did my workout. I read the papers. I see what all you guys are saying, which I love. It's cool. For me, it's cool. I just enjoy it. And then I came in here, pretended to be working, walked around and talked to people. And then I had to meet some folks for dinner. We had folks from the Big Five. We're trying to resurrect the Big Five. And we had a conversation and then went to the suite. Brian Roberts was here with me. We're both fanatical fans. And then as the game proceeded, we're down 2-0. And I keep thinking, come on, guys. And then bang, bang, Mishkov, Trevor Zegras. And I've got a grandson who told me that he's growing his hair long this summer to look like Trevor Zegras. and so this is an interesting part. We're in the suite where I always sit, and Brian says to me, let's go down to watch the shootout. So we take the elevator down, we go back in that far corner of the arena, and we watch the shootout, leaning up against the glass like we were 12 years old. And when Forster scored, I was so euphoric, I forgot that they had another chance. But then I was like, oh, wait. And then when that happened, we all but sprinted around to the locker room. And here's my thing. I go in after every game, as I think you guys know. I'm not trying to be Ed Snyder. There's only one Ed Snyder, but I have my own brand of leadership. I'm not the owner. I represent ownership, and I'm very clear about that. But when I walk in that locker room, it's not like Keith and Danny and Talk who are evaluating talent, working with these guys. Max, I'm just a guy that represents every fan in this building. And what I say is either thank you or great game or we'll get them tomorrow. And I think a level of trust has been built between the human beings that occupy that room and me as a person that sits in a really neat position to lead this organization. And when that happened, first of all, I was totally shocked that they gave me the mask, the Bernie mask. but I pulled it off, and they said say something, and I felt really comfortable saying, I believed in you guys, and as human beings, and this is really special, and you're doing something great, not only for the city, not only for yourselves, not only for the organization, but for this city and this region, and it'll be remembered forever.
Yeah, 100%. Something I do have to ask you about, because I know a lot of people, we talked about it, I wrote about it. It's been a big topic of conversation. You guys are now 2-0 since you resurrected God Bless America.
Yeah.
Talk about what went into that decision.
Look, I mean, you think about it. Before a game, there's the national anthem, or there's God Bless America, and you know we get caught up in historical things, right? And for whatever reasons, the winds of politics or whatever get in the way. But God Bless America will always be a song that represents a tribute to our great country, and so we rolled it out. And Lauren Hart is killing it, in my opinion. And you know what? It's not a anything. It's not a statement. It's just simply that it means something to a significant portion of our fan base, and so it's a song that gets it done.
And it's good that you say significant, because look, we did an unscientific poll.
We did.
Russ did two.
We did multiple.
Yeah, you did two of them, and it was 86%. Like support.
Yeah.
And it goes to show that the fans care and the fans like it.
Right.
Bro. So I think it was the right time to do it. And I'm glad it finally came back around.
Hey, Guy, can I just picking up on that?
Yeah.
So think about this. Think of we came back from I went to Winnipeg. That's another story. But I went to Winnipeg, and coming back, we have to go through customs when we get back to Philadelphia, and it's a cool pecking order. You know, the older players, the captains, they kind of go through customs first, and it's neat. Like coaches, everybody follow the players. They played hard. Well, I was in the back, and so the Swedish guys were having a conversation in Swedish.
Right.
There was a Russian conversation. There was another European conversation. It made me think about something. This not only resonates, this game of hockey not only resonates in our little region, in the NHL as we know it, but what an opportunity for us to bring people of different races, of different languages, of different culture together behind something that is one of the greatest, one of the most beautiful sports on earth. And so I don't mean to get philosophical here, only to say to you that there's a level of soft diplomacy that we're able to create, each one of us in this arena, focusing on these players from all parts of the earth. And I just think it's pretty special.
Look at that.
That's great.
I mean, come on.
That is great.
So when are you announcing your candidacy
For what?
president of these United States?
No, yeah, that's only thing I want to be is a small part of this great thing we're building.
Yeah,
No,
that's
it's great.
Good.
So
That's good.
let me ask you, last thing. When you look at this Pittsburgh series, I want to put the fan hat on for a second. We talked at the beginning of the season about how it felt like that rivalry was kind of dead. I mean, be fair.
Yep.
And that fans started to feel like maybe there was a respect for Crosby going down as an all-time great, and like the vitriol wasn't there. How do you think that's going to play out when they're back here?
Well, look,
for Game 3.
Yeah, but let's think about it. You look at over the course of whether we were up or down, or they were up or down. Crosby has had really good games against us, and so has the other guy, 71, Malkin.
Yeah.
So we got to be mindful of that. But I don't think anybody in the room, in the Flyers room, feels any sense of awe about anybody on the Pittsburgh Penguins team. So I believe this. I don't know how this series is going to end up, but we are going to be in this to win. And coming back Game 3, 1-1, it's going to be that's my prediction.
Okay.
It's going to be very loud in this arena. And even if we come back 0-2 or 2-0, it's going to be loud in this arena. And no one's going to be in awe of two of the greatest players in the history of the league.
Just you and me talking. When are we coming back to this building?
Coming back to this building?
Yeah. When would that game 3 be?
Oh,
he went-
I don't have a clue. Anthony, I don't have a clue.
Can you make it not? Can you make it not Wednesday?
When am
I'm
I
out of
traveling?
town. I gotta fly back in on Wednesday, and I gotta somehow make it here. You know, maybe.
I get it.
Maybe
Look,
just for me.
I have. This is about how much I have. Very little pull on these decisions, so I don't know when it's going to be. But my hope is Saturday, Monday, Thursday, Saturday.
I love that. Yes.
But again,
Let's do that. I love that.
yeah. But I don't have a clue. Look, we go back a ways now, you guys. 3 years to the Drysdale trade, where I got some positive feedback and not so positive feedback.
You were the best. Like, that was the greatest thing ever. Don't ever let anybody tell you otherwise.
No. I don't regret any of it. I always enjoy coming on here, even times when
you
times
get a little
are tough.
hot water.
No, when times are tough.
Hey, you know what? Great job.
Thanks,
Seriously.
Russ.
Congratulations.
The
Thank you.
positivity in the comment section tonight.
Good.
For,
you know what? I just
The people appreciate it. They do. Listen, we all know this, right? Sometimes the people who do represent ownership across sports, across different teams, people don't believe them.
Yeah.
But the people believe you, and they believe in you, and guess what? It's paying off.
Now, can I tell you? So, Russ, that's all I've got. All you have is what's on your mind. And so, can I just say something? People talk about Comcast, for example, and Comcast is a great company. Our players are proud to be part of. But what's happening in pro sports? The valuations of these franchises are going up. The days of a single owner are passé, headed in that direction. So, the quick point there is that we should be happy and excited that we have a company that's based in this city that is interested in our sport, that owns a franchise, and that we all get the opportunity to do something great on the ice for the people of Philadelphia and beyond. So thank you for this. I'm sorry to
it's
talk
great.
on, but
You can talk all night.
Always
you can do it all night.
I'll get in trouble if I do that.
All right, guys. Thanks for hopping on.
Thank you, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen,
anytime.
Dan Hilferty.
Good stuff.
There we go.
Thank you.
So
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, the vibes from last night.
Yeah.
You cannot state in a look at this, and then now he's getting mobbed. Now I don't think Mark Recchi's coming around the corner,
No.
right? So but look at this. You got people. Look at that lining up for pictures now. There were times this season, and I think it was at the Carnival because it was around when there was a bit of a struggle, and people were like, but he's so damn positive. But like, look at what's happening with the team. When they were having a rough go. But man, like sometimes you just need somebody to be the eternal optimist. And he's been. What?
I have somebody who came to see us.
Oh, we'll go talk to him.
Well, I don't want to get up and leave the show.
You keep doing.
I'm telling him 10 minutes. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, he's gone. So
All
you
right,
did a bad job
yeah.
communicating. Well, go say hi.
No, I'm not
Go
going.
ahead.
I'm not
It's okay.
going to walk away in the middle
It's
of the thing
okay.
and leave you here by yourself.
What am I going to do? You think I'm going to get in trouble?
No, but I'm not going to leave you by yourself.
Stupid? Why? He doesn't trust me. You see this intern? This guy doesn't trust me. But no, sometimes you need an eternal optimist. And when the guy who's at the top of the thing, the guy at the top of the org chart, if you will, is the one who's looking at this with a positive lens, like sometimes it's what you need. You need somebody to sort of be the light when you're stuck in the dark. And this team in January, when they had what really does kind of stand out as the anomaly now during the Vladar injury, the guy was the positive light in the room. And you could tell last night that didn't feel like a gesture just for the hell of it.
No.
Giving him the mask.
No,
so
it was not. All right, there was some conversation earlier. People wanted me to talk about the roster for tonight, the lineup. What I can tell you, which, I mean, if anybody's here in the building, you probably saw it already when they took the line rushes, but I didn't see the line rushes because they're behind me when we were talking to Dan. But I can tell you in the lineup tonight, so Sam Harrison starting. In the lineup, Garrett Wilson, Alex Bump, Carl Grunstrom, Jacob Gaucher, David Urasek, Anthony Richard, Noah Juleson, Oliver Bonk, Hunter McDonald, and Alexei Kolosov on the bench as the backup goalie. That means coming out of the lineup, Owen Tippett, Travis Konechny, Sean Couturier, Trevor Zegras, Travis Sanheim, Jamie Drysdale, Cam York, and Dan Vladar. Now, someone may ask, well, how the hell can the Flyers call all these guys up at once, right? And is this Andrew? Is this your question, Andrew?
What?
How can the Flyers
I
call?
wanted you to ask the thing that he just said he wanted somebody to ask.
Yeah.
He zoned out.
I got it.
Yeah.
And I was wondering this.
Yeah, go ahead.
How do they call up all of these guys and then just play them like right away?
Yeah, I know.
Surely that's against the rules.
Surely it is, because you're only
And don't call me Shirley.
you're only allowed 4 recalls during the second after the trade deadline, right? So how are they calling all these guys up at once?
I assumed.
Well, wouldn't you know that a bunch of these guys that are not in the lineup tonight are all a little banged up. They all got a little banged up last night.
What a shame.
So these are emergency recalls, so these guys could heal.
I hope they're okay.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be they're day to day. They're all day to day.
Okay.
There you go.
They all just, like, the lights went out. They were all injured. I heard Kevin Hayes' fingerprints were all over it. We don't know. Yo, you want to talk about getting excited for that series against the Penguins? That bum Kevin Hayes is coming back to town. And Torts can kiss my ass. I don't care if something follows a guy or doesn't. That guy stinks. And you know what? He's going to get quite the welcome when he comes back to town. Might be a good guy. I have no idea. But I'll tell you what. He's going to get the vitriol of this crowd. He will. I think Hayes is going to get booed louder than Malkin.
If he's in,
Maybe. Oh, whoa.
I don't know. I mean, he's kind of been
That's
Little-
the kind of thing that follows a guy.
he's been a little in and out, right? In and out of the lineup. So yeah. So there you go. So that's what's it. But it's gonna be fun for everybody to watch. Look, this game.
Tonight's a nice game for a lot of these young guys to get an NHL opportunity.
An NHL opportunity for a lot of these guys. Good on them. It's kind of a reward for how they've played all season in the AHL.
Your check is in, right?
Your check is in.
Hell
Yeah.
See, now that's the one guy that I am excited to see tonight.
Well, you want to watch Bonk too, right? You want to see Oliver Bonk. I mean, he's your future defenseman for
Yes.
you, right?
But I look at Juracek as, like, depending on how the playoffs are going, right? If there were an injury, Juracek is much more likely to get into the lineup than a guy like Bonk would be.
Yeah, but I still think Juleson would probably get in the lineup
Probably, but
first. Yeah,
I'm
but
just saying, like,
yeah,
hypothetically,
for sure.
he'd be closer than Bonk.
For sure. And Hunter McDonald's got a little bit of a prospect in him. I mean, I wouldn't think he's anything more than a third pair guy, but I mean, he could potentially be there as well. So those are the guys to watch tonight. But here's the one
If
thing.
Kevin Hayes gets scratched in the series during Game 3 or Game 4, you think we can get him on the press row show?
Here we go. We'll ask the Penguins PR. Oh, our buddy Ike. Did that all go well today? Huh? All right.
So Ant twice now has derailed the show by trying to throw up a 10 or
Yeah.
a gang sign. We don't know to that one fan who walked away. And now he did.
No, but what
Will Hayes, will he be available to come on the press row show?
Yeah, we'll have to request that from the Penguins. But the one thing I'll say about this
Do you
game,
think they'll be able to get us a player for the press row show?
they might.
Do you
we'll
think they can?
We'll see what their PR people say.
What are the guys that are scratched up to tonight? Think we can get one of them?
So,
If only somebody could figure that one out. We'll see.
what I was trying to say.
Somebody said I walk in with a can of gas and a bunch of badges.
You do.
I'm
you
in
like,
rare form,
You
baby.
like the
Game
place
82.
you like the place on fire every freaking time.
Game 82.
See, now I've even lost my train of thought about what I was going to talk about. Like I'm completely derailed.
Yeah, next one.
Yeah.
You don't remember what you were going to talk about?
Yeah, I've completely lost it. Oh, I know what I was going to say. So the Flyers pretty much playing an AHL team on the ice tonight, right?
Yep.
I mean, they're pretty much that's what they're doing. I mean, there's 10 guys who were in the game last night and 10 guys who were not. Montreal.
That would be an interesting way to spend game number 82.
It could be. You might be right, Sting Chameleon. You might be right. Thanks.
Is
for
it in the
super
press
chat.
box? I got this right out of the machine.
Yeah. Montreal has something to play for tonight.
They do.
They're still trying to get home ice against Tampa.
Yeah.
So they're gonna try and win this game.
Yes.
This game could ultimately be very, very ugly.
It could.
Tonight.
Yeah.
Like
this could be like Oprah in a bathing suit kind of.
Oh, Russ.
What? What? Is that offensive?
I'm sure.
Is that offensive?
I'm sure somebody's offended by it.
It's Russ in a bathing suit. There. Oh, I'm offended too.
Speedo.
It's Ant in a
It's Russ in
Speedo.
a Speedo.
It's Bundy in the Borat. It's intern. Nah, intern's a stud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris Therien says, clip that.
It could be an ugly game. It could be.
It could.
I think it probably will be, but that's okay. Can we have a conversation here about how insane it is? We have spent so many years. This is the 8th year of doing the show, Ant. It is the first time ever that we have gotten to game 82, and we're talking about the outcome doesn't matter, and it's not because of lottery standings.
Yeah.
Like this game, because they got the job done last night. Imagine, we were talking about this postgame last night. Imagine they walk away with no points last night, and then you have to go in against this Montreal team that has a lot to play for. And you'd be keeping an eye on that Washington-Columbus game. There was a guy on was it last night on postgame, or was it on my show this morning? Somebody said that that Caps Blue Jackets game is going to be 60 minutes of passing drills, and Ovechkin's going to crack open a beer halfway through the first.
You know what? I think he's coming back next year.
I do too. You can't go out without the playoffs.
Well, it's not even that. It's that I don't think he would have waved off Crosby and the Penguins the other night if he was not coming back.
The first game of that back-to-back, he took the picture with the two of them at center ice, and I was like, oh, that's it. It was because it was their 100th game or whatever against each other.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Although, it wouldn't of all the guys, it wouldn't surprise me if Ovechkin's the kind of dude who decides he doesn't want, like, the retirement tour.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that wouldn't be shocking.
It wouldn't, but thanks for the super chat, Ogie, and thanks for the memories of your Photoshop talents.
Yo, Ogie, can you DM me that on Twitter? We'll put it up on the stream later.
No, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Why do you do this?
Why do I do what?
Oh.
You decided to get offended for Oprah. What has Oprah ever done for
I
you?
didn't get offended.
You got offended for Oprah.
I personally, the thing did not offend me, and what I don't get offended, so it doesn't matter. What my point is you saying that probably offended somebody.
Yeah, if somebody's offended on Oprah's behalf, they can shoot me a DM on Twitter, and we can have a long conversation.
But it's not on her behalf, right?
Whose behalf is it on?
It's if I had to say why someone would be offended by that, it would be because you're fat shaming.
Oprah's skinny right now. That's offensive that you thought that she'd be, big boned right now. Boy, Anthony, you think you know somebody.
There we go.
You think you know somebody. Cancel Ant. Hashtag cancel Ant. Let's get that trending on Twitter. All right. Tonight, nothing to play for except the love of the game. Can I pitch you a scenario where a team full of young dudes, some of whom are getting their first NHL action, go out there tonight, play footloose and fancy free, maybe catch Montreal off guard. Maybe they'll land one.
It'd be nice. Be good for the young players. I don't know. I don't think it happens, but sure. Yeah, that's
the
right.
comments are unhinged.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. Oprah won't answer any of Russ's questions. That's right.
You get fat shamed and you get fat shamed. Everybody gets fat shamed. Anthony's fault. All right. So Dan Vladar is not in net tonight. Sam Erson's in.
Dan Vladar will be in the press box tonight.
He will be. So Erson getting the start tonight is a good thing, right? Because it's been over a week, right, since he last was in net, or about a week since he was last in net for this team. And so it's essentially a playoff warm-up for him, right? Like in case he's needed at some point during the first round of the series. Like you don't want him to go 2 or 3 weeks without playing. What?
Russ, if Sam Ersson is playing in the postseason, you got problems.
I'm just saying, like you make sure that he's, in good spirits, mind, body, and soul, Anthony.
Okay.
Why do you have to take the show negative? First he says something offensive about Oprah. Now he's saying offensive things about Sam Ersson. Who's safe tonight? Is anybody safe? Is anyone safe?
No.
Hashtag cancel Ant. You know who's here? You know who Ant will not offend? Chris Therien. And he's here. And he is a bona fide G, a certified stud, and he's about to join us here on Press Row Show Pregame. We typically have a lot more hockey talk than this. I'll tell you, Hilford did such a nice job on this show. He brought class to the joint, and then you took this thing way off the rails.
Yeah, it was all me.
I'm going to have to fill Bundy in on the horrible things that you've said
Yeah, it was all
on
me.
this pregame show.
Bundy, we had Hilf.
Yeah, I saw on my preview when it came up on X.
Yeah.
How are you doing, stud?
Good.
Game 82.
Yeah, this is like a bad hangover game though. You're at the top of the world last night, and then you come back tonight, and you've got a preseason lineup, really.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of an emotional letdown. But again, it'd be an opportunity for guys to show off to the brass here in Philadelphia and see what kind of year they've had down in the minors.
Did you even bother to put keys together for this game?
I did.
God bless you.
I did.
Go ahead, Bundy.
Number one tonight, guys. First key of the game, Sam Urson. Urson will start the finale. He's 13, 11, and 5 this season with a 3.15 goals against average and a very deceptive 867 save percentage. Struggled a little bit with injuries and some consistency leading up to the Olympic break. However, after the Olympics, he's gone 5-1-0 with a 1.99 goals against average and a 908 save percentage. Hopefully we see a good version of Sam tonight heading into the playoffs. Number 2, Porter Martone. Porter Martone has posted 8 points, 3 goals, and 5 assists since turning pro from Michigan State. The 19-year-old winger has made an immediate impact on this team, not just with his shooting and playmaking abilities, but also with his heaviness on the puck. He's also brought some competitive drive. He has all the elements of a future star power forward. And lastly tonight, continue on the same path. Flyers' main objective on Tuesday is to keep good habits they've developed with and without the puck. While Tuesday's game no longer impacts where the Flyers finish in the final standings, they want to play the right way in the last game before the playoffs. Doesn't matter who's in your lineup tonight. You want to continue down the same trajectory you've been playing for the last 6 to 8 weeks.
Anthony, I'm pretty sure that you still are in the lead. I have to do that during the first period, but we'll let you go first with your prediction tonight.
Yeah, I think this is a Montreal win tonight. It could be even uglier, but I'm going to go 4-1 Canadiens.
I think it actually stays closer than expected. I'm going to go 4-3 Canadiens.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going 3-1 Montreal tonight.
I'll take the Canadiens 5-1.
Wow. Sam Harrison's got to have a better game than that guy.
What did you say, Bundy? 3-1?
3-1. Habs, yeah.
All right. We'll be back during both intermissions and postgame. And by the way, I did a little investigative journalism about the stars from last night.
Yeah, you got to talk
Some
about that.
rationale. We'll talk about that during the intermission. What else? What? Did you have something else? Okay.
That's it. Yeah.
All right. Talk to all of you. First intermission, second intermission, postgame here on the Press Row Show. Don't go anywhere.
Oh.
Welcome into the Press Row Show, the #1 rated pregame intermission postgame show this side of the Mississippi, south of the Arctic Circle, north of the equator, and west of
Didn't you say
Bosnia-Herzegovina.
Didn't you say Baltic Sea?
I did say the Baltic Sea.
We're not.
Do you know how they say Baltic Sea in German?
No.
Ostsee.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they do. Anyway, welcome in. We got a lot to talk about from that first period, but guys, I don't want to say anything too early. Remember last night, a shorthanded Hurricanes team got out to a 2-0 lead on the Flyers. But boy, oh boy, Montreal's got something to play for tonight. And this young group of hungry players, some of whom are in their first NHL game. How about young Oliver Bonk? Gets an assist, was a secondary assist, I think, on the first goal, right? And then gets his first goal as an NHL player. Gents, pretty damn good first period, Bundy.
I thought structurally, the way the team played was perfect. Like, they didn't break out of they stayed within their system. They stayed in their lanes. They checked well. Did a really, really good job on a strong Montreal team that, as you said, Russ, needs to win this game to at least give themselves a chance for home ice against Tampa in the first round of the playoffs. And the Flyers, I don't want to say they dominated them, but they outplayed Montreal that period.
Ant?
Yeah, I mean, look, I was impressed by the way that they came out and played. The prospects especially. I mean, look, everybody that's came up from the AHL team deserves a shot to be here. But, the guys that you look at and say these are your prospect guys, they look like they belong. They look like it's one period, it's 20 minutes, but they were not – the bright lights didn't bother them. They just went out there and played a good brand of hockey. You got to give them a lot of credit.
Bundy, one of the things that we talked about last year versus this year, and we even talked about it in the offseason, there was a commitment from Rick Tocchet to make sure that what was being done at the AHL level is what was being done at the NHL level, so that there was a reduced mental load from these guys. When they got the call up to the NHL, they knew what to expect. They knew the system. How important is that? Because it looks like, to Ant's point, these guys didn't miss a beat. It looks like they're not overthinking. They're just playing instinctually.
Yeah, and that's why you have the two systems, both the NHL team and the American League, kind of locked together. They're playing the same brand of hockey, the same system. So when they do come up here, it becomes a very simple move for them just to come out and play. Yeah, again, you're not replacing the talent level, but you're putting guys in that understand the structure and the system that you're supposed to be playing, and they've done a good job of it.
I mean, I've been impressed.
Yeah, I mean, Hunter McDonald
got his first NHL point.
He's a beast out there. He plays physical. I mean, it was his hit, right, Bundy, that forces the turnover that leads to Bonk's goal, right? Just a really good play by him there. What did you think of Jiricek? I thought he had a couple nice plays in the defensive zone.
Yeah, I didn't notice them, which is sometimes a good thing.
Yeah.
So, I didn't notice him really. I mean, I saw him make a couple plays in the D zone, but nothing flair for the offense that period. But he was pretty solid, I guess.
Yeah, no, there was a couple of plays I know behind the net and along the wall. He's got an active stick.
Yes, he does.
That much, he gets the pucks and that's good. That's a good thing. So not a lot there, but so far, but that's okay. That's a pretty good thing. We'd be remiss if we didn't point out that Sam Harrison's having a heck of a period.
Yeah, he played very well that period. Very within himself.
Saves.
Yeah, really good.
Good on him.
Really, really, really good period. He had a couple tough saves too, and he made a couple of nice saves. So good on Sam Harrison. So you want to mention the super chats at all or no?
Yeah. Well, we did the first two, but the third one from Len Joseph, which is a big one. Thank you, Len. Very kind of you. Says the Russ Joy show bump for Michkov is real. So to give you context, not this past Friday, but the Friday before, I said on my show, I was like, I have extended a lot of grace to Matvei Michkov, but at some point you got to put the puck in the net. And I think he was on a 12-game goalless drought. And from that point, I clearly had nothing to do with it, but from that point on, his confidence is up. The goal scoring has kind of returned. And like Bundy, ultimately, like when you think about this team trying to hit its peak as they get into the playoffs and they take on Pittsburgh, I mean, Michkov's going to, you would imagine, be one of the most dangerous pieces in this lineup. And him hitting his stride now is probably the perfect scenario for this team.
It is. Because, the problem with Michkov is that if you're another team, you're not paying an overly amount of time to him. You're not coming out at the beginning of the game And that's your game plan, is to shut down Mishkov. So that leaves him some open ice out there to do some creative stuff. And, I mean, tonight he looks like he's really dialed in.
We got another super chat here. Thank you. Andrew Fawcett says, deposit pledge for interns head shaving. See, here's the problem, though, is that the intern's hair actually looks nice now.
Yeah, it looks good. It doesn't look like a mop like it did before.
You wanted to shave the mop off.
I did. Now
it's like when you see somebody's dog that's just like very poorly kept, like an unkempt dog.
Right.
And you're like, all right, take that sucker to the puppy parlor.
Yeah.
Go visit Torts in the Chateau Bow Wow.
Yeah.
And get that pup off to the vet or whatever. Now he looks distinguished. He's a distinguished young man. And actually, since we're talking about him, we may as well bring him on.
Yeah.
Because it is the first intermission, which means it's time for Intern Andrew's stat of the night. Intern, greetings.
What's up? How we doing?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good. All right. So Porter Martone scored again. 6-game point streak for him. So if he's able to get another one in game 1 of the Penguins-Flyers series, he'll tie Eric Lindros for the longest point streak by a Flyers teenager in team history with 7.
Wow.
Lindros had a 7-game point streak in the 92-93 season. And then for Montreal, 1977, Larry Robinson had 66 assists, which for 49 years was the Canadiens' team record for most assists in a single season by a defenseman. Lane Hudson has tied that this year, and he has an opportunity to break that record here tonight.
It's impressive.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
So Martone, they don't count playoffs, though, right? So that
Wait, why not?
I don't think it counts to the regular season. So if he's going to break that record, I think it would be the opener next year.
How
Really?
stupid is that?
But it's a game in a row.
I think playoff games count as a separate record than the regular season.
Oh, that's Bush League.
I'm just saying.
I thought he just said it's BS. I thought he was going to have to contribute to the swear jar.
That's Bush League.
Yeah.
By the way, the concerned fan is here.
He's no longer the concerned fan.
Hold on, concerned fan, come here real quick. I have to ask him a question. It's serious.
Hey, I got to get up now and.
No. Just give him, just give him the mic a sec.
Here, hurry up.
Concerned fan, you're clearly not concerned anymore. I have a question that has nothing to do with the Flyers. I saw somebody get a tattoo on their head, and you're famous for having the tattoo on the side. I saw a guy got Gritty's face on the very top of his head, and it's the whole thing. Are you committed to adding more ink to your dome if the Flyers go on a run this year?
They would have to win the cup for me to get anything new, to be honest.
Okay. That was it. That's all I had for you. Thank you, concerned fan.
Super fan Eric.
Thank you, concerned fan.
There you go.
Yo, it looked like it hurt, too. I'm so used to seeing his. He's had that for a while. It's got the normal kind of fading tattoo sort of look to it. But that new one, I mean, it was brand new ink, and it was legitimately the entire top of this dude's head. If you're gonna get put under to get a tattoo, I got to imagine your skull is up there.
Are there some that you have to get put under?
Oh yeah. Well, remember Jalen Carter, the Eagles defensive lineman?
Yeah.
He got it was either his whole front done or it was his back. It was one or the other. He got the whole thing done, and they said that he went under anesthesia. So
wow.
I want to get to Alex Town because Alex might have missed it yesterday when we discussed this. Genuine question: will the predictions contest start up again in the playoffs? We agreed to let it carry over into the playoffs. Right?
I don't think that's right. I think you should get your win. I do.
But what about the people?
Oh, for the people, yeah, it should continue for the people.
Continues for the people into the playoffs.
I think so. It's kind of hard to differentiate. Because we also don't know how many games there's going to be, and you figure even if you nail it, you're probably going to have to share the crown with somebody else.
Okay.
Or maybe multiple others.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah. By the way, Bundy, I thought about this after the puck dropped in the first period. I looked at the standings, because right now the host standings for the picks, Ant's in the lead with 47. Intern and I both have 45. You have 43. This is the closest that we have had, all four of us, in the 3 years that we've done the Press Row Show with the predictions, from last to first. One of us should have picked the Flyers on merit just to try to catch him. We should have synced that up, and none of us did.
Catch me if you can.
No, we can't. We can't catch you.
No, I can't catch you.
We all picked the Flyers. So
it'll be back to back.
there was another. I can't send banana hammock to DM, says Ogie. You got to send it to one of the accounts or send it on Instagram. I have like so many different social media accounts. Send it to one of them, Ogie. Come on now. I like that Ogie has to keep sending us super chats.
Or just don't send it. That's okay.
Oh, we were talking about the banana hammock pregame. Ant said something about Oprah Winfrey that he shouldn't have. It was very offensive.
It was not me.
And so I mentioned Ant in the banana hammock, and then Ogie jumped in because remember Ogie.
Yankees. Where did he send them to? His house?
I don't know. Yeah? Ant says yes.
Jesus.
Bundy, let me ask you a question. If you got cannolied by Tony Escargot, what's your next move? Are you eating the cannoli? It gets Grubhub delivered or DoorDash or whatever. It's safe.
I would eat the cannoli. I'm not going to turn down a cannoli.
There you go.
That sounds like an open invitation to Tony Escargot.
Yeah.
I didn't want him for the reasons he was giving them out before, though.
Yeah, but
more
now
flyer hate. You got a cannoli. I didn't want that.
But now he's giving them out for people who have done well, which is why he sent them to talk. It was like a mea culpa, like an olive branch.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, Tony Escargot has done a bigger heel turn than Russ.
Yes, he has.
Yes,
he has.
Yeah, he's now sending them out to the people who are supporting the Flyers. Good.
He's a good man. The worst thing that could happen is we find out Tony Escargot's a serial killer, or like something like it, like that he should actually be in prison and he's a terrible human being. But I don't think so. I don't think so.
Is this like Chiefsaholic? Remember that guy?
Oh God, that was bad. that was a freaking not great story. Let me throw this out to you. What if Tony Escargot is a white collar criminal? Like, what if Tony Escargot is buying these cannoli? He Robin Hooded it. He stole from the rich and now he's giving to the Flyers fans. What if he's just got thousands of dollars to burn through?
He clearly does.
And now that's not the worst thing. Not the worst thing at all. What if Tony Escargot shows up to the first Flyers home game, playoff game, in a giant semi full of cannoli and hands them out to the Flyers fans? Be great.
Hey, by the way, I got a new show for you to watch, Bundy.
Yep.
On Netflix.
What do you got?
Big Mistakes.
Big Mistakes. Okay. I haven't heard of that one yet.
I saw an advertise. I saw it pop up. Why is it good? Really?
I was laughing my rear end off watching it.
Okay.
Check it out. Dan Levy, who was from Schitt's Creek.
Yep.
He's the star of it, and it's great. It's just great. Like, I don't want to give anything away, the premise of it, but it's a very simple thing, and everything starts spiraling out of control, and it's just funny as hell.
Okay. What's it called again?
Big Mistakes.
Big Mistakes. Okay.
Yes. Check it out. And everybody on the show, check out Big Mistakes.
Are we getting a kickback from Netflix for
No,
this?
I'm just like, you're looking for something to watch, right?
Okay.
You got a few days before the first Flyers playoff game. You need to kill some time.
Philly, Pittsburgh. I saw somebody tweet out today. They're shelving the show The Pit because The Pit is based in the Pittsburgh hospital. So, like, we can't watch The Pit the entire series. Now you got to pick a Philly-based show, maybe like an Abbott Elementary. In your house, are you going to ban any Pittsburgh-related things?
No.
I'm not either. I'm still going to Sheetz for my gas. It's cheaper.
Well, that ain't bad.
Well, Sheetz gas was cheaper. In Limerick, there's a Sheetz and a Wawa across the street from each other. And last week when gas was $4.19, I went over to like where the Sheetz and the Wawa were, $3.69 for gas, 50 cents a gallon cheaper.
Hey, we just got my favorite comment.
What?
Whenever the show goes a little sideways.
Oh, at the helm, let's talk hockey.
Yeah. What would you like to talk about at the helm in this basically an exhibition game?
Can you do a Cody Rhodes with the lisp? So, what do you want to talk about?
I could suck my teeth.
All right, let's viral moments from the season. Sucking your teeth, Stick taps. Was that this year?
No.
That was last year.
Yes.
No. It's a recurring bit. All right, Bundy.
Yeah.
In the case of Bonk getting his first assist and his first goal tonight, and McDonald getting his first assist, his first NHL point, how do you think that, like, I guess it doesn't matter when you get it. It's the final game of the regular season. Is there any difference? Is there any impact? You know, you want to score your first goal. You want to get your first point. Does it matter that it's in game 82 versus, like, getting a call up in the middle of the season and doing it in, like, game 25?
No. Doesn't matter to the guys. They're elated to get a goal, a point in the NHL. You know, they've been down in the minors all year. This is a huge reward for these guys to come up here, and you want to make the best of it, and they've done that already in the first period. They had a great first period.
How cool is it for the guys in the locker room to be able to go up to the, like, I have to imagine that as a vet on the team, especially, you put a lot of years in. Seeing the young guys go out and get their first points is probably pretty cool.
Yeah, for any guy in the locker room, you're going to be pretty excited for those guys that are there. So, no, I mean, it's a great feeling. I mean, anytime I remember still getting my first NHL goal, and I remember everybody so happy for me. And yeah, you do feel that. You get that vibe around the players around on your team for sure.
Now, this team clearly, I would argue, overperformed in the first period, but they definitely caught Montreal off guard. If you're the Canadiens, you're reiterating in the locker room how important it is to have a strong start here. What does Tocchet have to have the Flyers do to continue the strong play from the first period?
If I'm the head coach, I'm telling the guys to do exactly what they just did. Stay in your lanes, play within the structure you have defensively. They're turning defense into offense. And that's unbelievable, even with using your minor league guys.
Yeah.
You know, they're playing the same system as the regular Flyers team play. It's been really fun to watch that first period.
I know you've answered this before, but since Andrew Fawcett just asked, who did you score on, Bundy? Who was your first goal?
Rick Tabaracci.
Rick Tabaracci. Winnipeg Jets?
Washington Capitals.
At that time. Didn't he play for Winnipeg, though?
I don't know. Did he?
Internal look that up for
The
second period.
regular season finale 2 years ago was against the Capitals. That was my trivia question. It was about your first goal, and it was on your 21st birthday.
Oh, that's right. It was at my.
'Cause you were in Washington.
It was on my birthday party. It was at my birthday party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was a power play goal, and we figured out Keith Jones was in the penalty box for it.
Yes. Yes, that's right.
We've had some memories on this show, guys. And we're going to make more in the postseason. But before we do, we have to return for the second intermission and postgame. So do us a favor, like the video, share the video, subscribe. Talk to all of you in the second intermission here on the Press Row Show. Welcome into the Press Row Show, the number one radio pregame, intermission, postgame show, the side of the Mississippi, south of the Arctic Circle, north of the equator, and west of Taiwan.
It is. It's also east of Taiwan, depending on which way you look at the world.
It's all about perspective, Bundy.
That's right, Russ.
And that's what that second period was. It's all about perspective. Flyers entered with a 2-0 lead. Montreal gets a goal back. Flyers starting to feel better about themselves. Matvei Michkov scores his 20th of the year, becomes only the second Flyer to score 20 goals in his first 2 seasons since Simone Gagne.
No, he's not the second. He's the first since Gagne.
First Gagne. I said the second since Gagne. Yeah.
No,
first since Gagne.
Yeah.
Right.
To start his career.
He was a little. I think he was a little motivated tonight to get 20 goals and 50 points.
Boy, it sure feels like there was a clause in the contract. Is there
I don't
a little financial incentive there, do you think, or no?
I don't know. I don't know if there is. I doubt it. But I
that
think
meant something to him.
The 20th goal meant something to him, and 50 points meant something to him, yes.
That's a nice round number.
Yeah, we got the
Nice round
50.
number
He's
to
at
finish
51 now, but the 20 goal, you could tell by his reaction, and it meant something to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's having a good game.
He's playing great. He's the best player on the ice tonight.
He's really buzzing.
Yeah.
And you know what? Tocchet, I forget. I think it was on the Fanatic today. I saw a quote going around. Tocchet talking about Michkov buying in, playing really well, yada yada yada. They're kind of pushing all the right buttons right now. Anthony, what's that raised eyebrow look there?
I mean, there's no doubt about it. He is. But the important thing was getting him to buy into that, right?
Yeah.
Like he had to. That was the thing that was going on in the first half of the year. That was part of it. It wasn't complete the only thing. And now he's bought in, and you're seeing a different player. And that's a good thing. That's the way it's supposed to be. That's how development works, right? So it's not sitting there. I'm not trying to say anything negative about the guy. I'm not. What I'm saying is that's what needed to happen for him to become what he's been in the second half of the season. Well, not the entire second half, but
a good chunk of it.
Yeah, the last 25 games or so. Yeah.
I think also when you take a look around as a player like Bundy, if you have a guy who isn't fully bought in, but then he looks around and he sees everybody else finding success, like virtually everybody on the team, and then maybe has the realization, oh, maybe it's me. Like maybe I need to change what I'm doing. I got to imagine that happens from time to time.
It happens. I mean, a lot of guys get motivated by other players on their team and the way they play, you know? I mean, I don't know if it's a coincidence, but Michkov has certainly looked a lot better since Porter Martone's been here.
Yeah.
I mean, Martone showed up, and Michkov numbers have been great as well. So, maybe it takes a little jolt like that sometimes where you see somebody coming in being a little bit more heralded. Yeah. He's a young guy, hasn't played in the league, and he comes in and he's made a huge splash. That impacts people. Believe me, it does. And I think it's absolutely clearly motivated Michkov to be a better player.
He's got 18 points in 16 games, but it's not since the Olympic break, Len. They've actually played, I think it's 26 games since this is the 26th game since the Olympic break. So, just wanted to point that out. We put that up on the screen. I don't want anybody to think it was 100% accurate. It was slightly off.
Eric Berkey asked, which side is he playing?
Tonight?
It's on the right side.
It's on the right. Yeah. By the way.
How about in those 16 games?
By the way, where was everybody complaining about Porter Martone getting moved from his natural position while he was continued to score? Where were those complaints?
False equivalency, Your Honor?
No, it's not.
Sure.
Moved from his natural position to another side, and he's still thriving.
It's like 7 games into his NHL career.
Awesome. Never mind.
That's great.
Never mind.
That's great.
Yeah.
Or is he 8 games? 7 games? 7 games into his NHL career, Porter Martone?
This is his 8th game, I think, right?
Yeah, that seems about right. So, all right. Vineet thinks you have a sourpuss face tonight, Ant. You feeling like a sourpuss face?
No.
You've been very quiet in this game.
No, you know why I'm not. You know why I'm not quiet.
The Phillies are getting drubbed.
No,
that's why.
No,
is that why?
I'll tell you. I haven't even watched the Phillies. Can't even see the Phillies game.
Adolis Garcia did have he had a hell of a throw, Bundy, from right field.
This is why I've been quiet tonight. It has been frigging stop in my ear. It's like for once I was like, Russ, don't you have work to do? Like this has been nonstop over here, and I'm just like, yep, okay, yep, okay, yep. So that's why it's been like that tonight. It's been
Trying to be a friend. Just trying to be a friend.
It's a lot tonight.
Just trying to be a friend.
There you go.
You know?
Did everybody feel better?
You seem down.
Am I down? Am I still sourpuss now?
Maybe I was just trying to turn your mood around because you seem so grumpy. Mr. Grumpy Pants up here.
Yeah.
What is the score?
3-1 Flyers.
No, not that. The
3-2
Phillies game.
3-2 Flyers.
No. Yeah, it's 3-2.
7-3 Cubs.
Oh.
Apparently, Bob was texting me. Apparently, Bryson Stott made a boneheaded play, and the inning imploded on them.
I am shocked.
Tim Meza.
Was Nola still on the mound when that happened, or no?
No, Tim Meza.
How many runs did Nola end up giving up tonight?
3, I think.
That's not so bad. We cheer for good Aaron Nola, young Aaron Nola.
Yeah. We do.
Good paisan pitching for Team Italy in the World Baseball Classic. He's bought himself some grace. Vineet sends a $2 super chat and hugs to Ant. Very nice of you,
Thanks,
Vineet.
Vineet. Appreciate you, bud.
All right, well, guys, it is the last time we're going to do this during the regular season. We, of course, will bring out the big instruments for the playoffs. But are you ready? Do you have the band tuned up and queued up?
We do.
All right, guys, for the final time this regular season, let's play them on. 1, 2, skiddly diddly do. Intern Andrew.
Fantastic, as always, gentlemen. So, Bundy, your last game with the Flyers, I believe, was in 2006.
Yes.
And then Travis Sanheim debuted for the Flyers in 2018.
Okay.
So, in between you two guys, there were 3 players that played for the Flyers that wore the number 6.
Randy Jones, Andreas Lilia.
But since Bundy?
Yeah.
I got 2 of them, right?
You sure did.
And Sanheim?
How about
No, I said in between.
How about Sean O'Donnell?
All right.
Yeah, there you go.
Now I'm part of the first 5 minutes. That's great.
Wait,
I thought that was
that
going to
was
be
your
so
trivia
much.
question?
I thought that was going to be so much harder.
You are kidding me.
You got
Your trivia question for the 82nd game of the regular season.
No. But this is why I think that in theory it should be harder. But the reason it's not hard for him is because when you're a broadcaster, the first thing you do is you learn all the numbers. So that when you're watching, you know who you're seeing. Right, Bundy?
Yeah, that's correct. And
Right.
I was up over top of the press box for many games watching all those numbers. I'm actually shocked I got all 3 that quick, though. I am.
All right. Do you want another number?
Go ahead.
All right. How about every 10 since Leclerc?
Patrick Sharp.
No.
He was,
after
that
Leclerc.
was in Chicago.
No. Sharp. Yeah, Sharp was 9 when he was
He
here.
was
wasn't
9
was he
here.
9 here?
He was
Okay,
9
right,
here.
right.
Yeah. After Leclerc.
There's a couple that are real.
Bobby Brink, Garrett Wilson this year. After Leclerc.
There's a couple of them that are really obscure, I believe.
There's only, I think,
I
2
have-
obscure ones.
I have one coming to mind from before Leclerc. Just before Leclerc.
Who's that?
Mike Bullard.
Mike Bullard wore
Yeah.
10, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one that came to mind. It was just before Leclerc.
What was his name?
For Christopher
Christopher
Stieg.
Stieg.
That's correct.
That's
All right.
correct. Yep. That's correct.
Had it in there somewhere.
Yeah, there's a couple obscure ones though. I'm not.
Well, you're missing one pretty significant one.
Braden Shen.
Yeah.
He was 10, huh?
He was.
Oh, yeah. How do I
That's-
forget that one?
Good call out.
Oh, Braden Shen.
So we have, all we
I
have
thought
left,
he was 11 for some reason. I don't know, and I just threw it
So
out
all
there.
we have left are 2 obscure ones.
Yes.
Was David Laliberty one of them?
No.
They were obscure players in
That's a good
general,
guess,
or
Ed.
obscure guys to play for the Flyers.
Obscure in general. I don't know who either of these guys are.
Peter Forsberg.
No. He was 21.
That was funny, Russ.
Thank you.
Give us one.
Corbin Knight.
Oh, wow.
That was Yeah.
He played 23 games in the 18-19 season.
Not Baron Corbin.
No.
Who was the other one?
Andy Andrioff.
Andy Andreoff. Yeah.
Andrioff, yeah.
Wow, I don't remember him wearing 10 either.
What year was that?
2020 to 2021.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it was more
Wow.
recent.
Okay.
I got a little emotional when I saw Garrett Wilson wearing number 10. Because, like, for a millisecond, I was like, oh, Bobby Brink's back. And then I was like, oh, no, that's right. He's not.
You realize that the next time Minnesota plays here,
Standing ovation.
we're gonna have to send you down to the locker room to go shake Bobby Brink's hand again.
Yeah, welcome back.
The rare visiting locker. He'll be like, there were some things I was really hoping I would get to do when I came back to Philadelphia. Score a goal, maybe record a point, shake and turn Andrew's hand.
Yeah.
Do you think Bobby Brink thinks about that handshake as much as you do?
I'm going to say probably not.
Yeah.
Maybe, but probably not.
Hey, guys, you remember how – and by the way, thank you, intern.
Thank you.
Great regular season of trivia. Looking
Yeah.
forward to seeing how you up your game in the playoffs.
Well, because we don't usually get playoff trivia.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right? So we're going to have some playoff
Yeah,
trivia.
I
That'll
mean,
be good.
The good news is there's plenty to work with the Penguins. There's
Yes.
a lot of history. So
Yes, there is.
if it was the Blue Jackets, I'd be in trouble.
So I have something to follow up on from
Yeah.
earlier in the
Yeah, that's what I was
show.
going to bring up. And I think I know what it is. But that's, if it is what I think it is, then you're good. Go ahead. If not, I'll remind you. Does it have to do with the Stars from last night?
No, it does not. I want to show you this other thing first, and then we'll get to the Stars.
Oh, okay.
Do you remember I was talking about the concerned fan?
Yeah.
And I said about the ink on his head, and I said there was that guy who got the gritty on his head.
Yeah. That's next level stupid.
That's off-putting.
Bundy, look at that. That's the top of a human being's head.
Somebody did that at the back of their head?
That's the top of their head.
That's the top of their head.
Yes.
Oh, my God. That is unreal. Wow.
Yeah, it's
Imagine walking into a bar and trying to pick someone up with that thing on
no.
your
You
head.
know what's going to be even worse is when this individual dies and they put him in the coffin, and you got to go up there for the service, and you're like walking up to say, give your last goodbyes, and you got to stare at freaking Gritty and his big eyeballs on the top of the head.
You know what this guy should do? He should go to like the local pool in the summer and like swim over to the kids section, right? And just have it so that his head is just cresting out of the water and wait for all the little kids to look over and scream thinking that Gritty's coming up out of the water. All right, so anyway, there you go. Now, yes, one of the things that we said we were going to talk about is the atrocity that happened after last night. For those who missed it, the 3 stars were selected. Forster was the
First star
because of the game winner.
Yeah.
Michkov was the 2nd star.
Yeah.
3rd star was Ehlers.
Nick Ehlers, yes.
And we were trying to figure out who it was, and the Flyers listed it as media. Probably so they didn't face the brunt of the fans' ire like Jackie Spiegel once did.
Correct.
And you figured out post-game that the person who picked them was?
Our good friend Adam Kimmelman from NHL.com.
Great guy.
Which was shocking.
Yeah.
Shocking. So I did a little investigative journalism pregame.
Oh, here we go.
I started causing mayhem because you know me. I like to go over to the press box and piss people off.
Yes.
So I ran into Kimmelman and Jackie Spiegel, and I told Jackie the people thought it was her again. But we cleared her of any wrongdoing last night. And I asked Kimmelman why Vladar was left off. And he said Forster was on there because of the game winner. He said he put Michkov on there because Michkov had a really strong game.
Okay.
And the reason that he didn't put Vladar 3rd and put Ehlers instead is because he thought that there should be one player represented from the other team.
In a shootout.
That was the
You know
that was
what?
the rationale.
He can rationalize it all he wants. He got it wrong, and it's okay.
Yeah.
It happens.
And here's the only little bit of grace I will give him, right? He got it wrong, and I agree with Bundy, he got it wrong. But here's the only little bit of grace I will give him. When you are putting those stars together, right? You're going to an overtime and a shootout, like you don't have time to fix it. So if you put the goalie in that ends up losing the game, it kind of, and the other goalie is not in there, it kind of looks weird. That's the only grace I'll give him. But that's only if you're saying if he was going to be like the 1 star at the bottom, like the 3rd star. Like Vladar should have been the number one star.
So obviously the first star of
Should
the
be
game.
number one star of
Yes,
the game.
of course.
Yeah. So
Sometimes on this show, we talk about movies and TV shows that we're watching. You made a recommendation on Netflix. I have now seen 2 sequels advertised today.
yeah,
Which one is worse? All right, like which one is more of an abomination? They're doing a Meet the Parents sequel, like a follow-up to Meet the Parents, Meet the Fockers, and it's called Focker-in-Law. And the preview that they showed is Ben Stiller, Robert De Niro, and Ariana Grande is apparently marrying into the family. Or I just saw Warner Brothers put out The Lord of the Rings: The Hunt for Gollum.
Really?
Why are they doing another? So okay, what's more egregious? A comedy that's another spinoff of Meet the Parents, or another Lord of the Rings movie that goes back to the original cast and not the Hobbit cast? What's more egregious?
That's a weird one for me. Yeah. I'm just happy they're making 2 more Equalizers, so that's good enough for me.
They're making 2 more?
Yes, they are. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
With Denzel?
Yep.
by the way, just so in case anybody missed it, there were the Flyers did put out the awards, team awards today.
Let's talk about it post game.
Well, I'll just say who.
Well, we have a minute left.
We can do it quick.
Yeah, but it's an easy one. Like it's not
post
anything.
game goes into the podcast feed. People might like that. Or not. Go ahead.
It's fine.
All right, we'll do a post game.
Post game.
It's going to be a short post game tonight, Bundy.
Yeah, it has to be. Yeah. Yeah.
What do they have to do in the third here, Bundy? Just keep playing your game?
Just keep playing the way they're playing. I mean, they're doing a good job. They're sealing out the middle, pushing to the outside, turning defensive opportunities into offensive chances. They've done a good job. And even with these young guys, I think they're playing poised. I think they're playing hard.
Yeah.
And I think they're showing a lot of good moxie in this game for guys that we haven't seen all year. So they've done a good job. Just keep pushing forward.
We'll be back post game here on the Press Row Show. Do us a favor, like the video, share the video, subscribe. Talk to all of you post game here on the Press Row Show. Welcome into the Press Row Show, the number one rated pregame intermission postgame show this side of the Mississippi, south of the Arctic Circle, north of the equator, and west of wherever you feel like tonight. In what is one of the most surprising results of the night, well, not only of the night, of the season, an AHL team just took down a squad that was actively trying to avoid having to play Tampa. And
aren't they locked in with Tampa?
No, they're going to play Tampa.
They're trying to get home ice.
They were trying to get home ice. Yeah.
You wouldn't know that Montreal wanted to win this game. You would have no clue if you were watching these. I mean, the Flyers, the Phantoms, the Philadelphia Phantoms tonight took care of business.
They certainly did. And, it's funny. I said to Bundy, I said, ain't no way this Montreal team's beating Tampa in the playoffs.
No, I don't see that happening.
Oh, my God. So, anyway.
Montreal's had a great year, too, which is just, I don't know, like, they looked out of sorts tonight.
Really did.
They really did, yeah.
Qu'est-ce que fait? Je ne sais pas. Montréal.
Yeah. So, for all those who want it, Mishkov does get the number one star. It was Mishkov, Bonk, and McDonald.
Vladar got the third star.
No, Hunter McDonald got the third star.
No Porter Martone tonight? Didn't he have 3 points?
He did?
He did, yeah.
So did Mishkov. But I guess, Bonk had 2 in his first game.
Yep.
McDonald
had his first.
McDonald had an
one,
assist.
Those are fine picks, yeah.
And he also was very physical in the game.
He's a physical guy. He's a mean player.
Yeah,
he's a throwback.
I said to Russ, I said, he's a menace.
Yeah, he is. He's a throwback to the old days.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like that a little bit.
Yeah.
So.
You know what, guys? All things considered, it was a strong performance top to bottom. Flyers got going early, and they never really relented. And even when Montreal managed to come back and score a goal here and there, felt like maybe they'd get a little bit of momentum. You got to give, I think the credit here is threefold. One, obviously the players, they handled business. 2, Sam Ersson and net, really strong. 3, this is where you talk holistically about the coaching between the AHL and NHL and doing whatever they can, playing similar or the same system, so that when these guys do have the opportunity to come to the NHL level, they don't miss a beat. And it looked like a group of guys that were comfortable tonight and didn't feel like the moment was too big.
No, it's absolutely important.
kudos to them.
I think it's very important that your minor league team is playing the same structure and system that the NHL team is.
Yeah, and it looked like a seamless fit tonight. Like,
right?
It fit like a glove the way they played out there. It didn't look like they changed anything from the system in the minors. Just come up here, play the game. I mean, you're going to have to see better players than you do in the American League, but it didn't change what they were trying to do structurally.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll tell you who's not having a good night. Trey Turner, Kyle Schwarber, Bryce Harper, 0 for 12. Oh, God. Garcia's in there, too.
Are you sure Turner's 0 for 12? I think he had an RBI hit.
Oh, wait, sorry. I was looking at runs. Hold on. Sorry. 1 for 4 for Turner, 1 for 4 for Schwarber. 0 for 4. At least I got Harper right. 0 for 4.
Yeah.
Elite season. All right, so back to this side.
Yeah, and as Robert Behrman mentions, they finished with 98 points for the season.
Crazy.
Could you imagine that at the beginning of the year?
No.
Like, even those of us who thought, oh, yeah, they could be a playoff team, 98 was not on the bingo card.
No, I don't think anybody saw that.
They had
coming.
76 last year.
Yeah, I know.
Wait, really?
I know, yeah.
That was a 22-point improvement from last year.
What a difference a goalie makes.
That's the goalie. Yeah, that was the goalie. Yeah. Because he was so good the first half of the year. Like, he won them games by himself.
Unreal.
So
never apologize for good goaltending.
To that end, we talked, I think, pregame and probably first intermission about whether or not he could get some down ballot Vezina votes. Will Tocchet get any consideration for the Jack Adams or any votes there?
And there's a couple people, of national people have already talked about it. I don't think he's going to be in the finals, but the final 3. But I think he's going to get some votes, sure.
Those two combined, right? Like, you look at 22 points. You put some of that to coaching. You put some of that to goaltending. But 22 points, that's a hell of a swing.
Yeah.
Obviously, they got this injection. I mean, we can't forget what a massive injection of life this team got when Tyson Forster returned. Porter Martone got added to the lineup. But it's not as if that was 15 games. That was what, 8 games that Martone played in. But it's huge. I mean, it's a nice uplift while you're trying to chase down.
Don't lose sight of and it was a shorter burst and not nearly as impactful as those two guys. But don't forget, like, the team was teetering, and guys like Denver Barkey, he was the first one to kind of come up and gave them a little something, right?
Yep.
And it helped the team. And then when Alex Bump first got into the lineup, gave him a little something. And both of them had their down games too. They weren't flawless by any means. But those arrivals, when you bring new players in and they get an opportunity to just here and there contribute, it can help. And I think it did. I think, they all contributed in some way to prevent it from getting stale, especially when they were in that stretch where they lost, 12 of 15 or whatever it was, right?
You got to give Owen Tippett credit, too. Tippett carried this team for about 3 weeks. I'd say roughly a 3-week stretch. Yeah. Like the only guy who could really generate a lot of offense. And
Konechny had a stretch, too, where remember he had that hat trick on one leg, and he would have all those points that week. That was a really good big week for him. Zegras early in the year was the offensive guy, and Dvorak ended up being steady throughout the year, but early in the season, those guys were on fire. I mean, Zegras was on a point per game pace for a while. Then he dropped off. I think he finishes with 67?
67. So that actually does lead to an interesting question. And obviously, we'll cover this later on. It's not a now thing because we're going to do a show tomorrow at Chickies and Pizza in Warrington, 6 o'clock. Come on out and join us. And then we've got the playoffs for however long that lasts, at least 2 rounds. But, man, that Zegras contract is going to be really an interesting thing to keep an eye on. And especially with him playing center here for better part of 6-7 weeks now. I wonder how the contract goes there. But you got to give him credit. I think durability this year was gigantic for Zegras. Remember when he came here from Anaheim, the talk was about the fact that he couldn't play a healthy season. Well,
he had a couple early in his career, right?
Early. 21-22 had 75 games played. 22-23 had 81 games played.
Yeah.
But then 31 games in 23-24, 57 games in 24-25. So there were some lingering injury concerns, and you got to give him credit. He missed one game, and it happened to be tonight, a game that didn't matter. Otherwise, he would have played all 82.
Yeah.
So kudos to him. I think
There's a couple guys that would have played all 82 if they played tonight. They did. Sanheim and one more, I think.
It wasn't Dvorak. He missed a game, right?
Yeah. I'm trying to think of who it was.
Was it Tippett?
Anyway, whatever.
Tippett. So Zegras, Tippett, Cates, and Sanheim all finished with 81 games.
Oh, okay.
Mike, we'll see you tomorrow. Mike
go.
the organist is going to be at the show tomorrow.
The number 1 ranked organist
in the National
Hockey League.
So come on out to Warrington's Chickies and Pete's. Come meet Mike the organist. He'll be there.
Yes.
We need to get him an electric organ while we're out there. Can we get a keyboard? Do you have a keyboard? I used to have one. I don't have one anymore.
Do I have a keyboard?
Intern, do you have a keyboard that you could bring to the little electric keyboard? No. One guy that you have to feel bad for tonight.
Put it out on social media and ask anybody in Warrington.
We don't want to put Mike on the spot, but it would be fun.
Oh, he would do it. He would absolutely do it.
Really quick though.
Although one guy would get shut down.
One guy we have to feel bad for tonight. Garnet Hathaway has an opportunity with an empty net. I forget which Canadian player it was.
2 opportunities.
But it was a stick save right on the goal line. And then Hathaway with about, I think, 3.5 seconds on the clock, gets the puck on his stick. He collects it. He whips it down the ice. And it's about 1.5 seconds too late.
Not even that long. It was less than a second after the horn. It goes across the goal line. He missed his opportunity to score a goal twice.
Is this close?
And you remember...
Yeah. When he did score and it went in a second late.
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying, if you remember, he was the guy, wasn't it early in the season that missed the open net?
Yeah, that was against Utah.
In Utah,
right? It wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
Just before the Olympic break.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't early in the season.
It wasn't early.
It was a brutal. That was a brutal.
That
miss.
was one of the most brutal things I've seen in hockey in a long time.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was so that's interesting.
Yep.
So
Demidov had the save.
Was it Demidov who had the save? Okay.
Demidov. I like
another not quite the energy in here there was last night, but it was packed again.
Yeah, I was. I got to be honest, buddy. I said to Ant, I was surprised at how many people were here, just because of there were no stakes to this game.
Yeah,
right. And you're not coming out to see the stars. It was a packed house.
I think a lot of people bought tickets beforehand, though, thinking that tonight might be an important game. You get your 2 tickets, Carolina and Montreal. And I think people thought, they may need both games. So I think they picked up tickets for this night,
I bet there were some people, too, who looked at the prices and probably found a couple of cheap tickets
maybe.
too. Maybe, but like it was a packed house tonight. So good on them.
People asking when is game one. They're not going to announce us till Thursday, which is so stupid.
The rumor I'm hearing
Saturday will be
is Saturday at 3:00. That's totally unconfirmed, but I've heard it from 3 people now.
Yeah, it's going to be.
So
Saturday.
there must be some smoke around the fire.
It's going to be on Saturday for sure. Game 1, and I think Monday will be game 2. Now the interesting thing is when games 3 and 4 are going to be.
Please not Wednesday.
I think it's going to be Wednesday.
I tried to coax this out of Dan Hilferty before the game started tonight, and he said, "Oh, I don't know," and then he says, "But I'm hoping it's Thursday, Saturday."
Oh, really?
That's what he said. But the only problem with that is, I would normally sit there and go, I'm going to take that as him telling us without telling us, right? So I would sit there and say that's a hint that he just dropped. There's one problem. There's a Demi Lovato concert here next Saturday.
Yeah, they can gas those though. The Flyers. When I played, the Flyers kicked concerts out for a playoff game.
Really?
They did. Yeah, Clarkie did.
What would happen? Like, where you don't cancel the concert, right? Like,
I don't know what they do.
Reschedule it?
Flyers have this is the Flyers building. And they can do what they want.
Huh?
So I remember in the past they did it before when Ron Ryan was here.
I remember.
Yeah, we're going way back.
Ryan,
we're going back
when he was president.
Yeah. So I remember that they said it's our building and we'll make the building available whether there's a concert or not.
Wow. Okay. And there's also the Sixers, which come into play if they potentially
come on.
I mean, if they go into the playoffs, you're probably starting Saturday or Sunday, and so it's either Saturday, Monday, or Saturday, Tuesday, and then next week they got to come play here as well. So it's got to be part of the conversation. So interesting times. But so I wonder. So if that's the case, Bunny, then maybe Hilferty's right. Maybe it will be Thursday, Saturday.
It could be. Yeah,
we'll
see.
That would be good for Russ.
I'm gonna end up wheeling a suitcase into the arena on Wednesday if it happens. That's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna get off a flight from Denver. I'm gonna Uber over here with a suitcase. I'm gonna try to get through security. You think security will let me through with the suitcase?
Here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
People do it all the time.
All right, then I'll be fine.
Like people that are traveling and.
So in theory, I'd get here for first intermission. Vegas is not the worst thing in the world.
What's that?
I was just thinking, like I'd get here for first intermission. Probably. What time does it land? 6:30. My flight 6:20.
I think it was 6:05.
You were looking it up.
I think it was 6:05.
I could avoid checking a bag.
That thing will never be on time either.
It won't be, but.
So Amadeo's saying the Demi Lovato concert is this Saturday, not next Saturday, and that might be true.
Wait, really?
But I did see that there was. I thought I could have sworn there was a concert in here.
Wait, no, hold on. Xfinity, not Wells. Xfinity,
Okay.
Mobile,
I already got it.
Arena.
There we go. Events.
Concert
I'm ahead of you.
schedule. No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
You are fake news. Demi Lovato's this Saturday.
Florence and the Machine is next Saturday.
Well, I'll tell you what. Florence can take her machine and shove it.
April 25th. Florence and the Machine.
That's a great concert. Florence and the Machine.
That's what it is. Demi Lovato's this week.
That was a 104.5 concert. She was a headliner one night, and the other night was it 21 Pilots? It might have been. Florence and the Machine was awesome, though. Really, really good concert. Can they work something out with the Phillies? Send Florence and her machine across the street to Citizens Bank Park.
The Phillies game is over, right?
Yeah, they lost.
It ended a few minutes after the Flyers.
10-4.
Oh, great! The parking lot's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be a disaster getting out of here.
So the hour 10 drive home is gonna turn into hour 45.
Forget it. Like it's we can do the fastest post game show ever here. We can wrap it right this second. You ain't getting home until midnight.
Wow. That's tough to hear.
So this is the end of a season, guys. This, in theory, should have been the final night. A lot of people would have said this should have been the final night of the season.
Yeah.
And then your team, your town, your Philadelphia Flyers went on a run for the ages. This, honestly, guys, no matter what happens in the playoffs, this will go down as the case study a decade from now. A team's trying to get into the playoffs at the very end of the season, and instead of the thought being, yeah, but they always blow it late. It's going to be, do you remember back in 2026? Remember that team? They went on that crazy run post-Olympic break. Oh, yeah. That's this one. This is the season that bucks the trend.
Yeah.
So we're not done. We're just getting started. I think they're going to beat Pittsburgh.
I do too. I'll say that right now. I do think they'll beat Pittsburgh. I think it's a perfect matchup for them.
Yep.
Well, the advantage they have is the goaltending. Usually when you have a series where you think it could be close, and I don't think either team is sweeping or gentlemen sweeping the other team in this series. So I think it's going 6 or 7. Usually when you have that case, you go with the team with the better goalie.
Yep.
And I think that certainly favors the
Vladar is
Flyers.
better than Skinner, that's for sure.
That certainly favors the Flyers.
Look at this. Mike Butts says Monster Jam this Saturday, Supercross next Saturday at the Link. I know, I work there. Mike Butts works at the Link.
So that's how he's getting all these tickets. I knew there was an angle somewhere.
If you follow Mike Butts on Twitter, I am convinced he's got a helicopter.
He is at every
he'll
game.
put a picture up, and it's like he's at the Flyers game, and then 10 minutes later he's at the Phillies game, and then if St. Joe's is playing, well, he's there.
He was at the Wings game the other
He was
night.
at the last Wings game ever.
He's just everywhere. He's
every night.
Omnipresent. It's incredible. Good on him.
Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on.
God no.
What? Everything's fine, Ant. There's definitely nothing embarrassing that's apparently been sent to the Snow the Goalie.
Do not put that up on the screen.
I don't actually see it, so he's making it sound like he sent it here, but he didn't send it. I don't see it.
Yeah.
Mike Butts. Oh, by the way, so we're talking about Mike Butts. You ready for this? Hold on. Let me show you the image that he sent us. An image of his setup. He is not at a game currently, if you can believe it. In this economy.
Wow.
In this economy, he is not at a game. Here's Mike Butts on Twitter. Ready for this? He's got the multi-screen setup.
Oh, nice. Got Snow the Goalie there.
Yeah.
He has a whole second TV dedicated to the StatCast while he's watching the game.
I think it's a computer screen. I don't think it's a TV. Right? Looks like
Could be a small monitor.
Looks like a small monitor.
Listen, whatever. TV monitor,
he's got the
whatever.
TV, and
he's got the StatCast.
He's got the Phillies on the iPad.
What a stud.
What kind of guy?
What a guy.
No, that's commitment.
That's awesome.
And you know what? That's commitment to this show.
Thanks,
you know what?
Mike's a great fan of the show.
Yeah, he's awesome. So on Sunday, I actually took the day off on Sunday for the first time in forever, and I was with my son, and we went to the bar to watch the Phillies and the Masters. We had them on 2 screens, right there, right in front of us at the bar. It was awesome.
Oh,
so I get the 2 screen experience. It's good. Although his was 3 screen experience. Oh, sorry, Mike. It's a Kindle, not an iPad. My bad.
Oh my gosh, I'm just now seeing. I had no idea this is a thing. We have message requests in our DMs. Oh my gosh, look who DM'd Snow the Goalie last November. Don't say it out loud.
Thank God.
Do you see this? Bundy, we're going to have to show you that later.
Oh, God. Yeah, we don't want that.
I've never looked at the message request. So if you've DM'd, holy smokes, this goes back years. If you've ever DM'd Snow the Goalie on Twitter and not heard back, yeah, we've got a lot. Oh, here we go. But then here's all the Russian bots. Hello, are you busy? Hello, hot stuff. Would like to talk to you. I want to eat slice of cake.
All right.
I think it's probably
all right,
time.
Russ.
Yeah, let's wrap it up
All
here,
right.
Russell.
Everybody have a great night. We'll be back on Wednesday night, 6:00, Chickies and Pete's in Warrington. Come on out. Mike, the organist, will be there. And then do you want to announce the guest that's coming on? Ant?
No.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Fine. Jeez. Intern Andrew, a big thank you and
leave it as a surprise
Thank you.
for the people.
And a nice job to you. Another regular season done.
Yeah, this will be my playoff debut. I've never been to a Stanley Cup playoff game before. I'm looking forward to this.
Really?
Yeah, never been.
Intern Playoff Andrew
Playoff Andrew.
with Playoff Risto.
Here's the question. Has Russ been to a Stanley Cup playoff game before?
Yeah, I did the yeah, I have. I took my wife to one. Flyers Bruins. The game JVR had 2 goals early, and then they ended up losing that game.
That was the game everybody started chanting JVR, JVR.
Yeah, and then he folded.
Yeah, I remember that.
If the Flyers win Game 3, we have to send playoff Andrew to the locker room to interview playoff Risto.
There
Get
you
the
go.
potato cam out. Crack it out. Intern, nice job. We'll see you tomorrow, and then we'll see you again when the playoffs come back to Philadelphia. Good job to everybody who tuned in. Thank you. Like the video, share the video, subscribe. Subscribe to the podcast feed. If you see us on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and YouTube, hit those videos with a like as well. Get excited for the playoffs. It's actually happening. We'll talk to all of you Wednesday at Chickies and Pizza Morrington.
That would be tomorrow.
What did I say?
Yeah, Wednesday. But you said Wednesday, but it's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Most people, when it's tomorrow, they say tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Good night, everybody.